Hey there, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. It's the last night before the long weekend ends. I don't want it to end. It's been so nice. Well, I guess it's actually only a long weekend if you're stateside right now, right? American Thanksgiving, that's what the last 4 days have been. And it has been glorious. I remember the Thanksgiving weekend, the long weekend was something that, I don't know, I always worked hospitality, right? So we didn't have a long weekend. We were never off. We were making families' dreams come true on the holidays, right? But when I met Gabby, remember Gabby's Canadian. So for Gabby, American Thanksgiving, like when we met, she'd been in the States for a couple of years going to school, and it was perfect timing because I was still in hospitality, but I had changed into a job that actually had Thanksgiving off and had the Friday off. That's not common, necessarily guaranteed, but it was a 4-day weekend. What? And so it was as if I was entering into this whole new world, and with my wife who loved everything Americana and wanted to explore it. And so for her, she's like, what is this Thanksgiving? What are the traditions that we should do? What is the food we should do? And it was cool. And I think the timing too, like I never got into the pilgrim propaganda that we were all raised with, and none of our friend group, and most of them were immigrants anyway. So it has been a really cool thing to enter into this world of 4 days of food and fun and celebration. And this year, we didn't really think about the long weekend because we weren't going to be celebrating with people because I need to stay away from them because of radiation, and I don't know, just radiation. It's been a long 6 weeks, and so it snuck up on us in a way. And I always say I'm incredibly grateful to friends, but you probably don't know how incredibly grateful. My friend Kevin, I've been thinking about him a lot this week. We were friends for over 20 years, and he died of esophageal cancer a year before I was diagnosed. But I was his person, his power of medical, so we went everywhere, I did everything with him. And I've just been thinking about him in friends, the greatest heartbreak that he had, and the thing that he struggled with so much because he couldn't process it, he didn't understand it, was cancer never goes away. And when you're first diagnosed, everyone freaks out and everyone's there for you, but then slowly people just disappear because you go back to life, and that's as it should be. He suffered for a long time, and for the last year or two of his life, he just didn't have a lot of visitors. And so he was really sad. And this is my 3rd holiday season since I was diagnosed, right? Remember, this is number 3. I didn't think I was gonna make it through the first one, so this is amazing. I'm like, yeah. And I would presume that many of my friends are not paying attention necessarily to the fine details of my cancer life anymore, But we got crushed with love on this long weekend. It was just so cool. It was so cool. We ended up, so many people dropped off food from Peking duck to traditional whatever people were making, their family dishes, and we just got crushed people were dropping and dashing. It was really cool. It was great. I'm very lucky. None of my friends have disappeared. And hey, that's not to say that any shade on them. As I always told Kevin, everyone deals with things differently. So it doesn't make it any easier, I'm sure, for him to process. But anywho, I got crushed with love, and my wife and I spent the last few days, building puzzles and baking and going for long walks because she can walk right now, right? It's not necessarily the greatest because it's cold outside and she's in pain because now she's got metal in her knee, but she can walk, so we're taking it. Yeah, we finished decorating, and it was really nice. Especially after radiation. Wow. Kudos to all of those that go to radiation and do it day after day after day after day. I have every other day, and then I get the week of chemo, and then I go back, but it's every other day because holy nutballs, is it freaking stressful. I don't have so far, they say that, that your skin will burn and scar where they zap it. I'm using my lotion my friend Jingle brought for me, which was very kind of her. And all of my planning, I'm always plan for everything. And I literally made a salve out of pig fat for Kevin because it's the closest thing to human skin in him, and because he was getting radiation every day for like 2 months or something. And I forgot for myself, totally forgot. But see, that's the beauty of having friends, because my friend reached out and asked me if I had planned for that, and I had not. I had forgotten, and so she gave me a little poke and told me what to get, which was great. No really physical, I'm not tired yet. Real slow this week though. I was struggling started radiation on Monday and probably until like Thursday or Friday, just foggy, and real loss of words and stuff. I'm not sure if that is the radiation or stress. I don't know. I get that with chemo week, so what else? It's fine. I did it. Oh my God, let me tell you though, that Monday, that first day, oh my God. So the reason I was saying, my friend Kevin, so you walk in and along the wall, there is all of the equipment that others use. Like, remember I told you about that face mask if you're having for brain radiation or like anything above. I saw one of the face masks there, and I was with Kevin when he got set up for radiation, and it took him 3 times to get through the stress and the anxiety to be able to get that mask, that mold made. And I don't know, I just saw it, and it just brought back that time, and brought back Kevin's experience with radiation. So I'm remembering that and trying to breathe through that and push, let that go, and get on the bed, and they strap you in and strap your legs. And remember, I said, what? They don't need to strap me in. I am so used to this. I do MRIs every 2 months. I don't move. I can stay there all day. I fall asleep in my MRIs at this point, right? Ha ha ha. Yeah. Apparently you can move with MRIs. You probably just move your foot just a little bit. You can't move with radiation. So what was, I think, the worst thing out of all of this is I get into that bed and I'm having a lot of emotions thinking about Kevin and his experience, and then I was thinking, I started to like really wig out about, okay, radiation, how much do you do? Is this like the cry of a desperate person to do this? I don't know. I don't know. Like lots of that starts going through my head. I'm like, okay. So I start doing breathing, start bringing in meditation, start bringing in imagery. All right, I can do this. I'm only 3 minutes in at this point. Like I still gotta go. What happens is, when you ever have one of those things where you like, you're so comfy in bed and you're curled up and you're just, you're just in a perfect position. And then it says, roll over. And you're like, what? No, I don't need to roll over. Why would I need to roll over? I'm perfectly comfortable right here. Roll over. And you just might as well give up because you have to do it, right? Because it won't stop. Well, that starts to happen in like, move your foot. You have to itch. You have this, like, you need to shift. I'm like, oh my God. Then I start panicking. So now I'm telling myself, don't panic, because if you panic, you're gonna move and you're gonna burn your good lungs. And oh my God, I'm panicking. Breathe. It was a very long, very emotional 15 minutes. They unstrapped me from that bed, and then I had to sit with the radiologist, and he's a wonderful man. I really just wanted to run out of that building, but I sat with him, and he shows me everything that he's going to do and that he's doing, and he tells me, oh, by the way, this next one that we're going to do, with the location of it, where it is, chance your ribs are going to break. But if that happens, we'll just put you on some pain meds. If it's really horrible, we can go ahead and put some pain blockers in. But I just wanted to let you know before we proceed, right? What do you say to that? Okay. When does it break? Does it break when you're in the machine? Does it break when you're walking down the street? What did it like? No, I don't ask those questions. Okay. I will say Wednesday when I went back, super anxious. I'm making light of it, but I was struggling in that machine. But again, no like pain, nothing coming out of here. So okay, no big deal, right? But Wednesday I'm like, all right, I'm gonna crush this. I'm gonna make myself feel be ready for this, right? And so you know how I do pastries once a month or something for my medical staff. I decided this is right before the holiday, and it's my second radiation day, and I'm freaking out, so I want to make this be a happy day. So I go crazy, and I have so many cases of pastries, and I got to take, my wife has never been with me on a pastry day. I was like, babe, this is going to be really awesome, okay? Because she wanted to go with me for radiation. She wasn't there for the first day, and she just felt bad about it, which she shouldn't. She has to work. Anyways, so she goes with me. And the pastry day is so awesome because you pull up in your car and the valet guys, they're all cheering for you. Yikes. Sorry about that. My phone fell over. Right. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Pastry day. So my wife hasn't been with me on pastry day. I tell her, I'm like, babe, this is going to be great. Yes, I'm super anxious, and she's super anxious for me, and she wants to be there to support me because, I, again, make light of it, but it was a really hard day on Monday. So, pastry day is amazing. We pull up. The valet guys, they're all, good morning, but then they see it's pastry day, and they're like, good morning, and then the security and the guys that push the wheelchairs, and then I go up to the chemo nurses and to the blood nurses, and radiation doesn't know what pastry day is yet, and so I go to radiation, and everybody is just so happy and excited and cheerful for you, and by the time I get to radiation, all of that stress and anxiety that I've been holding on to since Monday is dissipating. Now, movement is my friend, so I do a bit of walking and pounding and dancing, bringing those rainbow glitter warriors to stomp with me to get ready, go into the machine. Okay, I got this. I'm gonna crush this. The thing is, it was glorious because I got into that machine, I laid down, and I really pulled from my meditation and visualization techniques and such, and I found my Zen place. I was so chill. It was, the worst thing about Wednesday, to be honest, was my friend Mary told me, she asked me about, she reached out to ask about about Monday and how I was, because she has gone through radiation. She's in year 5 of this disease, and she's been through it all. And how was it? So I was sharing my stress, and she was saying, you know, she understood from when she did it on her lungs. But then she tells me about how, you know, the last time she was in radiation, she was on that table and her ass was straight up in the air, and they were zapping her like 30 days in a row, right? So I'm midway in my like zen, I got this is gonna be so chill. All of a sudden, a picture of my friend Mary with her ass in the air, and I'm imagining a laser like it was all I could do to not laugh in the machine. And then I was panicking that I was gonna laugh and I was gonna destroy my lungs, because all I could see was my friend Mary's ass. I had to call her afterwards and thank her for that, because it actually is, except for the fear of laughing. It was awesome. So I made it through. I made it through. It was, like I said, a little foggy and such, but you know, nothing imperative. So hence that's why I was able to have a really awesome 4-day weekend with my wife, and it's good to have friends. Made it just awesome. Made this whole week bearable. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'm just about, really cool thing, fog all week, but like 2 days ago, the ability to read came back. Ooh, so I will put in the description a couple of the books that I'm reading. I'm finishing this up, Alison Bechdel. I should really know if that's how you say her last name. Anyways, another one of my favorite graphic artists. So I'm finishing off her book, and gonna start The Anomaly. It feels good. And I know it's gonna go away because chemo is in 2 days, so I'm gonna go and enjoy this as much as possible while I can. Chemo week this week, so I will, I'll give you a shout, but probably won't be till the end of the week, okay? All right, well, big hugs. Thanks for coming to hang out. Appreciate it.